When I became a lawyer, I expected my family to be proud, but instead, they treated it like it was nothing. They barely congratulated me, never asked about my cases, and acted like my success was just another useless achievement. They always admired my brother more, and I slowly learned to keep my victories to myself. Months passed and the distance kept growing. I stopped going to family dinners because every time I walked in, they would talk about my brother, like he was the only star in the house while I sat quietly feeling invisible. I worked hard, built my reputation, and won cases my seniors thought were impossible, but at home it felt like none of it mattered. Then one night, everything changed. My phone rang past midnight, and it was my mother. Her voice was shaky. She said, "Your brother has been arrested, please come quickly." Suddenly, the family that never cared about my career was begging for my help. I arrived at the station and saw my brother sitting behind the glass looking terrified. The same brother who mocked my long study nights was now staring at me like I was his only hope. My parents stood beside me desperate, and for the first time, they looked at me with fear mixed with respect. I took over the case and spent days gathering evidence, talking to witnesses, and fighting every obstacle that came my way. I barely slept, but I refused to let my brother fall apart because no matter how they treated me, they were still my family. In court, I stood up and defended him with everything I had. The judge listened, the evidence spoke, and when the verdict was announced, my brother was cleared. My family burst into tears and hugged me like they had finally seen me for the first time. Outside the courtroom, my father held my shoulders and said, "We should have been proud of you much earlier." My mother kept apologizing for ignoring my achievements. My brother thanked me again and again. After that day, everything changed. They started valuing my work, asking about my cases, and celebrating my wins. My journey taught me that sometimes people only realize your worth when life forces them to see it, but I never let bitterness stop me from doing what was right. In the end, I did not just save my brother, I made my family finally see who I really was.